learners, welcome back to my channel. This session is going to be a practice session on the topic types of sentences. This video is a part of the series 15 minutes sprint to selection, where I am coaching the aspirants of KVS and NVS TGT English and PGT English positions. In 15 minutes, we are going to look at the types of questions that you can expect in your examination, and we have already covered the core concept of types of sentences in my previous video. If you have not watched that particular video, I advise you to go and watch the video in order to understand the explanation available in this particular part. Let us move further without any delay. Look at the very first question on your screen. She teaches English in the school. You need to identify the type of sentence, whether the given sentence is a compound, complex or simple sentence. So what is that I told you? You need to look at the finite verbs, the number of finite verbs. उसके बाद आप देखेंगे कि कौन सा type of sentence है. So teaches is the only finite verb available in this particular sentence. Finite verb क्या? सिर्फ एक ही verb है यहाँ तो. So it is teaches. So only one finite verb. One finite verb means simple sentence. आपको बाकी कुछ देखना ही नहीं है. चाहे sentence जितना भी लंबा हो, we need to only look at the number of verbs, finite verbs. If it has got one finite verb, तो क्या है वो? Simple sentence. But what if it has two? तो two में हमें देखना पड़ेगा कि whether it is going to be a compound sentence or it is going to be a complex sentence, right? तो अगर वो independent clauses हैं दोनों, यानी कि equally important है, तब तो वो क्या हो गया? Compound sentence. But if one of them is main clause and the other one is subordinating clause, यानी कि नॉट सो रेलिवेंट, यानी कि एक जो है हमारा पार्ट ऑफ सेंटेंस इज नॉट सो रेलिवेंट, दैट मीन्स कि वो हमारा कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस है, राइट? दिस इज द ट्रिक दैट आई टोल्ड यू इन माय कोर कॉन्सेप्ट एज वेल. इफ यू वांट टू सी द एक्सप्लेनेशन, यू कैन जस्ट क्लिक ऑन द लिंक एंड वॉच द वीडियो. Let us move forward and let us see whether we have chosen the correct answer or not. Yes, the answer is C. So our answer was correct. It is a simple sentence. Let us move on to the next one. The next question is available on your screen. Please read it. Again, you need to, the given sentence is a complex sentence because it contains, you need to give the reason. He stayed at home because he was ill. So of course, look at the options now. Two main clauses होते हैं क्या? Two main clauses होते हैं कॉम्प्लेक्स में? No. One clause only? No. Again, वो तो simple sentence होता है. One main clause and one subordinate clause. Yes, this is the correct answer. See, a phrase only? No, it is not a phrase, क्योंकि हमारे पास एक finite verb है. And what is that finite verb? Stayed, right? So we have one finite verb and that is why it cannot be a phrase. Definitely C is the correct option. Let us cross verify, let us cross check whether we have chosen the correct option or not. Yes, answer is C. The correct answer is C. Let us move forward. Question number 3. You need to pick the part of the sentence which is having some error. Identify the incorrect part of the sentence. She teaches English and because she loves literature. So look at this particular sentence. She teaches English. So this is one main clause. Okay, she teaches English. ये तो एक बात हो गई. And because, दो चीजें लगी हुई हैं यहाँ पे, दो conjunctions, and भी और because भी. She loves literature. Now what do you think? This particular sentence, she loves literature, ये क्या इसका कुछ reason दे रहा है, इससे connected है? No, इट इज नॉट कनेक्टेड। अगर यहाँ पे इंग्लिश लिटरेचर लिखा होता तब तो कनेक्टेड होता, लेकिन यहाँ पे लिटरेचर लिखा है इन जनरल, तो वो किसी भी लैंग्वेज का लिटरेचर हो सकता है। सो दिस पर्टिकुलर सेंटेंस डज नॉट सीम टू बी कनेक्टेड टू इट, राइट। सो ऑफ कोर्स हमारा जो है ये कंजंक्शन आना चाहिए एंड, because both the sentences are equally important. Both the sentences are independent clauses. Independent clauses. तो ये हमारा जो because यहाँ पे लगा है that is wrong. So of course there is an error, and what is the error? Part C. Let us cross verify whether we have chosen the correct answer or not. Yes, the answer is C. Let us move forward with question number 4. Question number 4 is on your screen. You need to choose the correct simple sentence. तो simple sentence के लिए there is only one rule. हमें क्या चाहिए? हमें एक finite verb चाहिए, एक से ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए. Okay? So let us पहले तो let us try to understand कि कितने finite verbs, कितने verbs हैं. Okay? Choose the correct. हाँ. Because he was tired, he stopped working. Right? यहाँ पे of course दो हैं, यहाँ पे तो दो हैं, तो हमें इसको सिंपल में बदलना है. We need to choose a sentence which has only one finite verb. He was tired and he stopped working. Again, यहाँ पे भी दो ही हैं. Okay. Then we have being tired, he stopped working. यहाँ पे if you look at it closely, यहाँ पे सिर्फ एक ही है finite verb, सिर्फ एक finite verb है. What about this particular sentence? Again, was and stopped finite verbs. Again, stopped working because he was tired. Again, though. So there is only one option which has one finite verb, and that is option number B. Right? Option B. So that is the correct answer. अब finite verb कैसे जानना है, कैसे पहचानना है? This I have already explained in my video on clauses, in my video on types of sentences. So please watch the core concept video, and then only you will be able to understand the explanation. Okay. So this is answer B. We have chosen the correct option. Then let us move forward with question number 5. Question number 5. Identify the type of sentence. Teaching English with passion, she inspired her students. So look at this particular sentence and try to analyze कि कितने यहाँ पे हमारे finite verbs हैं. यहाँ पे if you look at this particular sentence closely, you will find कि हमारा सिर्फ एक ही finite verb है यहाँ पे. Actually, ये हमारा infinite और non-finite verb है जिसे हम कहते हैं, right? वो भी gerund, infinitive. So gerund है, and of course this is not a finite verb. ये हमारा finite verb है. अगर आप वो trick use करेंगे where you change the tense of the sentence, तो भी आपको realize होगा कि सिर्फ ये tense, ये वाला हमारा verb change होता है. For example, teaching English with passion, she inspires, or she is inspiring, or she has inspired. So which is the verb that is going under transformation? Only one, that is the verb inspire. तो हमारा एक ही finite verb है, and definitely it is going to be a simple sentence. So option B is the correct one. Option C is the correct one. Compound नहीं है, complex नहीं है, none of the above नहीं है, only option C. Simple. Let us try to cross verify whether we have chosen the correct option. Yes, we have chosen the correct option. It is a simple sentence. Let us move forward with question number 6. So look at this sixth question. Which of the following sentences is not compound? He worked hard and achieved success. Both equally important. And वैसे भी and आ गया, तो fanboys में if you remember, A stands for an, right? Then we have but. He worked hard but failed. Again, ये भी है. He worked hard and winning the prize, ये भी and है, but look at this sentence. What do you think? ये करेक्ट है सेंटेंस? इट इज ग्रामेटिकली इनकरेक्ट. तो ये तो आपको आंखें बंद करके भी पता चल जाता कि दिस इज द इनकरेक्ट वन, राइट. ये कंपाउंड सेंटेंस का ये प्रॉपर सेंटेंस ही नहीं है, बिकॉज इट इज नॉट गिविंग प्रॉपर मीनिंग. तो ये है ही नहीं सेंटेंस, गलत है. ही वर्कड हार्ड, ही सक्सीडेड. तो एक कोलन का मतलब भी वही होता है, इक्वल इंपॉर्टेंस टू बोथ द सेंटेंसेस. सो ऑफ कोर्स these three A, B and D are compound sentences, whereas C is grammatically incorrect. Okay, let us move forward and let us try to cross verify. Yes, it is answer C. Let us move forward with question number 7. So question number 7 asks you, which of the following is a simple sentence? I saw him running across the road. I saw him who was running across the road. I saw him and he was running across the road. I saw him when he was running across the road. अब सिंपल सेंटेंस है, मतलब वन फाइनाइट वर्ब होना चाहिए, वन फाइनाइट वर्ब, वन फाइनाइट वर्ब. बट लुक एट दिस सेंटेंसेस, यहाँ पे दो हैं, was and saw. Saw again was running, two finite verbs. I saw him who was running across the road. I saw him who was running. ये भी again two finite verbs है. But here look at the sentence. I saw him running across the road. अब ये जो है यहाँ पे सिर्फ एक ही finite verb है, and that is saw. So of course the correct option is option A. Option A is the simple sentence. Let us try to cross verify, and yes, it is option A. Then we have the very last question, and that is, which statement is correct? It is based on your theoretical knowledge. A sentence with two verbs is compound. अब two verbs, अब पता नहीं है, हालांकि यहाँ पे finite verbs होना चाहिए, नहीं, finite verbs होने चाहिए. Okay, so of course it is not correct. A sentence with and is always compound. And is always compound. Do you think I told you always compound? नहीं, always नहीं होता. A sentence with a relative clause is complex. Yes, this is correct. I discussed it in my core concept class कि relative pronouns, whenever relative pronouns introduce a relative clause, that always is a complex sentence. तो आपके who, whom, whose ये words अगर sentence में आ रहे हैं, so that means it is a complex sentence. A sentence with a phrase is complex. Phrase, इसका तो लेना देना ही नहीं है, so definitely incorrect. So our correct statement is the third one. The third one, and that is your sentence with the relative clause is complex, right? That is the correct option. अच्छा, let me discuss this further. A sentence with and is always compound. ये बिल्कुल ही एकदम general statement है. That is why it is incorrect. क्योंकि subject के बीच में भी तो and हो सकता है. For example, इन्होंने क्योंकि verb नहीं बोला ना, इन्होंने verb के बीच में नहीं बोला, इन्होंने बोला कि and कहीं पे भी हो तो it is a compound sentence. तो वो तो बिल्कुल ही गलत है. For example, if I say John and Ron played cricket. अब इस सेंटेंस में क्या है? जॉन एंड रॉन प्लेड क्रिकेट. एंड तो है, बट यहाँ पे एक ही तो फाइनाइट वर्ब है, राइट? तो दिस इज अ सिंपल सेंटेंस. ये कहां से कंपाउंड हो गया? यहाँ पे एक ही तो फाइनाइट वर्ब है, तो ये हमारा सिंपल सेंटेंस हुआ. तो एंड तो कहीं पे भी लग सकता है. दैट इज वाई दिस स्टेटमेंट, दिस पर्टिकुलर स्टेटमेंट इज इनकरेक्ट. चलो, that was the last question and pretty tricky one, I would say. Let us move forward, and I guess that was the very last question of your series, of your practice session. Of course, I gave you this tip. This is fit the lid tip. Pro tip, always count clauses, not conjunctions. So conjunctions की बजाय, if you look at the finite verbs, if you look at the clauses, there will be higher probability of you getting to the right answer, right? You need to count the number of clauses based upon finite verbs, not the conjunctions. जो कि आपको जनरली सिखाया जाता है कि इतने एंड हो गया तो ऑफ कोर्स कंपाउंड कर दो, बट हो गया तो कंपाउंड कर दो, बाकी सब हो गया तो कॉम्प्लेक्स. नथिंग लाइक दैट. आप सिंपल बाय कॉन्सेप्ट जाइए, फाइनाइट वर्ब ढूंढिए. इफ यू आर एबल टू लुक आउट फॉर फाइनाइट वर्ब्स and try to establish the function of the sentences, the importance of the sentences, you will always arrive at the right answer. So this brings us to the end of this practice session where we practiced our knowledge of types of sentences, that is simple, compound and complex. If you liked the video, like it, share it with your friends, and of course save it for your future reference. Subscribe to my channel Fit the Lit for more such interesting content where we fit literature to its rightful standard and we always try to remain lit.